Dive into a twisted 90s spy thriller in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th. Black Ops is back with a cinematic single-player campaign, best-in-class multiplayer, and the return of round-based zombies. Get exclusive benefits with the Premium Vault Edition. You get great perks like the Mastercraft Weapon Collection and the Gobblegum Pack for the Zombies mode. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Pre-order now.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Hey there, it's a Tuesday.
You're supposed to say ho there.
Ho there. Okay, Mumford, am I your son?
How do you do?
How do you do?
This is I am.
You know what I love? When you want me to do a call and response song
Fontana.
And you don't even know the fucking song. Oh, I know that part. There's the thing. You just got to get to that part. And then, but I don't know the words, but I know it.
I just don't know that in between part. It's hey there, ho there, how do you do? And you, I'm Lana, Anna, Fontana.
Yep. That was a quiz question on, I think Chicks in the Office. And they were trying to figure out what it was. And I started humming it like that. And I was like, and I kept trying to get that. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
I think it's
and then I was
high
like,
school.
It doesn't matter. But I was like, Megan, it doesn't matter. Move on to the next fucking line. But yeah, that's funny. That's crazy. That was like literally like last week I listened to that or something.
Wow. We're so connected.
We are so connected. And it is furthering my deep-seated desperation and need. And why I promote Chicks in the Office is because my goal is to get them off of Barstool. I want them to leave Barstool, and I want Barstool to be like, please buy us with all of your money because you're so successful.
Every time you say their name, I think you're talking about Office Ladies.
Oh no. And that's like a little bit of a startling thing for you because there's nothing about me that says I'm listening to a podcast about that television show. Like
and then it takes me a minute until you get to what you're talking about, and I'm like, oh, there we go.
Yeah, no, it is my goal in life to get them off. Specifically Rhea. My goal is to get Rhea off of Barstool Sports.
Okay. Do you have a different color mascara on?
Brown.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
I think that suits you better.
It does, doesn't it? It suits me a hell of a lot better. And I didn't even realize it until I was always doing brown black mascara. I mean, not always, but like recently because everyone's like, if you have like lighter eyes and my natural eyelashes are not dark. And so it was basically like if your natural eyelashes are not like brown, they're very light. Like don't go with black. It's just, there's not a part of your body that is that much contrast. So it's just going to look a little weird. And then I switched to this one that's like brown. And I was like, oh,
it looks so good. Like
it makes so much sense to me for my face.
Yeah. And what kind of do you have eyeshadow? Yeah, you do have eyeshadow on.
Bitch.
But like the combination of the two of it together.
It's only one eyeshadow.
Yeah, I can see it. When you close your eye, I could see it.
When I tell you that I hate to break it to everybody, but you need to go get this palette. It is not cheap and there are not that many colors, but Zendaya is the face of it. And it's beautiful. It is Lancome did a collab with the Louvre. With Zendaya.
So art.
And so I posted it and I was like, literally, this is art. I was like, it's gorgeous. Like everything is fucking gorgeous. And someone DM'd me and they're like, I'm actually dying because like my best friend like did the campaign for this. And like, I'm so like, she's been working on this for so long. And like, I can't believe that like you got this and you're so excited about it. And she's like, I was freaking out with Zendaya. And the eyeshadow highlighter palette is the most beautiful thing in the entire world. And there's a green color that I want to wear sometime. But it's just, it's lovely. And it is, I just have been doing that in mascara.
Looks really good.
Thank you. I think so too. Yeah. We've been having fun with our eyeshadow lately.
We have.
Oh, I love it. It's like one of us will wear, you did it first. You were doing your little crayons again. And then I went, I gotta get back on my eyeshadow game. And then we both been like, look at us.
Yeah.
Wearing socks curled up in a little ball. You can't see me in this episode, but you can see me
on
Thursday. With my eyeshadow.
Oh, great.
Thanks. And I also did 2 primers today on my face because of you, because you were telling me about like your whole thing. And I was like, okay, well, that's a lot of effort. And like with love, I don't really care how good my makeup looks. Like, especially my face makeup when I'm here with you.
No, I understand that. And you were like, you don't wear perfume for me. And I'm like, why would I sit in the house with perfume on?
See, for me, it's just like I walk by it and then I go, oh, let me start. That's what, like I will put perfume on if I am in like sweatpants and I'm about to shower.
Oh, no.
Like if I see it, I'll do it.
Oh, mine's kind of like, it's
I
not.
have chips. Sorry, I just forgot about that.
What?
I brought chips.
Is that why you wrote chips down?
No, that has been on my to-do list for days.
Oh my gosh. Do you want them?
No, I just thought I forgot I had them.
Okay. Mine is in my other bathroom that doesn't have a shower in there. So it's like on a cabinet thing. So like I have to legit bend down to get it. So it's out of sight, out of mind.
For me, then I would be like, I do not own perfume. Like it is not, unless something is right in front of me, I don't have it. It does not exist. It's never existed. I've never seen it in my life. And then I'll see it and I'll be like, where did this come from?
I've literally had it for years. That's how much I use it. So like years upon years. So that tells you that.
The same one?
Yeah.
Oh no, so it tells you how little you use it.
How little
I thought you said how much I use
No.
it. What brand do you wear?
how much is still how little.
Wow. Very good point.
Yeah.
Look at me learning English. What perfume is it?
It's the Marc Jacobs.
You don't wear Daisy. You don't wear Daisy.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. We had this whole conversation.
Why would I think it would? I'm like, I did have that conversation.
Yeah.
Megan, who the fuck else would it be if it wasn't with you?
Yeah.
At this time in my life, really no one else.
I also have the Burberry Brit, which is my favorite.
Oh,
that was when I felt like a woman, was when I bought it, or I had it gifted to me, and I think it was my high school graduation. Since then, I've always kept it on deck.
That when you do like a full body care routine, that's like a vanilla-y kind of scented one, and then you throw that on top, you're like,
I do cocoa butter.
Oh, but that's got the same like, is it the warmth? Is that what they call it with the? And you're just like, that's like rich and famous smell. Like it's like I smell not expensive in the sense, but it's like I smell like I was born expensive.
Yeah. If you end up going to that luncheon, I'll have it on for you.
That's the time when you go for that.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that for you. I love planning a luncheon. Speaking of a luncheon, Mats and I we pulled up like best moments blank character for like 10 minutes straight, and we literally watched compilation videos last night. And this is a fun thing I'm going to post to you. The Cut has this series called The Button. Cody co-reacts to it, and they invited him on, or I don't know, he invited himself on, and he like voiced the button. So it's like 2 people who sit across from each other, and sometimes they'll have like different themes.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know that was his voice.
It's not. He did one.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And then he directed one. And I was like, immediately, I like got my like know-it-all hat on, and Mats was like, oh, he's directing. And I go, they should mean producing. And they're like, he's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, okay, well, he's like standing in the same spot that he's like standing in before. And like the producers are the one who are also like planning this ahead. Like, yeah, he's directing, but like the directing, is he coming? He's not doing the shot lit. Like, he's like, I'm just like being an asshole about it. But they like come up with like different little things for it to like make it more difficult or make it funny. So he was saying like, oh, you can't hit the button with your hand. And I was like, well, he's just gonna hit it with his face. And so the guy hits it with his face. And the one that was like only really funny, he like had them move really far away from each other. So if they wanted to hit the button, they had to like sprint and run. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And Mats asked me, he was like, what would your twist be? And without thinking about it, pausing, I go, people who are distantly related, but they don't know each other, and then they have to figure it out. And then the button goes, what would we tell you were cousins or siblings? And then Mats was like, that's so cruel. And I was like, okay,
it is.
You didn't ask me what I thought would be. I was like, I wouldn't want to watch that, but like I kind of would. And then my other one was like a college one, or people who like a missed connections one. So like people who are like friends of friends, because I think it's only funny if it's like crazy. Like they had furries on once, and like people who are like wild. I don't like when they just have like really wild personalities that they pair like a feminist with like an incel. And I'm like, I don't like that. Like, I'm just like, that's not ew. Like let her live her life. So in the sense of like either two people need to be both like a lot and like very odd, or, you know, maybe a real love connection. So if it's like missed connections, you're at the same school, you might know each other, you can get some funny personal stories, or it could be sponsored by 23 and me, and everyone could be distantly related.
But like, are you saying they would have to be like attracted to each other but related?
No, they don't have to be attracted to each other. But then it's like, so the button that comes up and then they go, oh my God, tapping out, we are related. And then the next person comes and then they're like, okay, cool, great. And they get to know each other. And it's like, you get farther and farther related. And it's like, what about now? Isn't that gross?
Yes, Megan. And no.
Well, here's the thing. The show is fucking weird. They like trap people in a box. Like we put two people in a box together for 3 days to see if they'd fall in love, which
okay, but at least they're not related.
Here's the thing. I don't know their whole discography, but I don't think that what I'm saying is out of the scope of the things that they've done.
I disagree.
Anyways, it's Seattle. Shit gets crazy. I think it's actually based in Seattle. It's very Seattle-y.
I don't know.
I looked it up a while ago, I think.
I like their videos, though. I've never seen him in any of them, but I do like their videos.
I think some of it is like very, very interesting. I don't love some of the ones about putting people in really uncomfortable situations.
No. I mean the ones where they're like, it's like the blind date ones or like speed dating ones.
Yeah.
That, or they're like guessing like their zodiac sign. Like they'll have like what's a person that is into astrology?
Astrologist.
Yeah, they'd have astrologist on, and then he just like
those ones
people.
are fun.
Yeah, I mean like the fun ones, but not.
But also some of them, I just like call them all cut videos because also like Jubilee and stuff. But there's one of my favorite ones. Do you know Ocean Facts?
I don't believe so, but maybe when you continue to speak, I may.
So it is like, I think that one is specifically called like high schoolers decide who gets X amount of money. So like, and they do it with like all different kinds.
I did see that.
And there's just one girl who's just screaming, saying, quiz me about ocean facts. And so then people like clipped down all of the times that she did that and just responded. Like it is just ocean facts girl. I hope they're okay. Like they're young. And so like, I think about that in the sense that I was like, anyone would look back on that and be like, damn, I was insufferable. But also, you're supposed to be insufferable when you're young. You're allowed to be insufferable when you're young.
Or the ones where they're like, they judge if you're cool or not. The teenagers are sitting at the table and they're judging.
And that person cried and I was like,
yeah,
me. Here's the thing.
They were so mean though.
I would literally have been like, do you want some money? Like the absolute desperate need I have. I told you about
and
how.
And then they would say you were trying too hard.
No, I know. And then that's the part that is I'm like, I am a try hard. Like that is something that I've already become accustomed to. Like, do you mean you want me to pretend like I'm not trying? Because that's never going to happen. And it just reminded me of Halloween last year when those kids came out to my door and I was like, these kids are too old to be trick-or-treating, which me, I was being a bitch, like totally in the wrong there. And then they were like, oh my God, Taylor, outfit, slay. And I was like, do you want all this candy? Like I was literally about to give them all of my fucking candy that I had. And they weren't even wearing costumes. I know. And I was like, holy, like I have never been more mortified than when they're like, you're really cool. You know what the worst is though? Our manager's kid, when she's like 8 or younger than that or something like that, I just want her to think she thought I was literally the biggest fucking loser. There's nothing worse than a kid thinking you're such a loser. And I was like, what? Do you drive a G-Wagon? And I was like, no. And they're like, oh, yikes. I was like, I have a Jeep. They're like, what's a Jeep? And I was like, oh my God.
Well, she thought my car was a murderer car, so.
Funny kid. She's a very funny kid.
She thought I literally kidnapped our manager.
Yep.
So.
And you know, could have been. It just happened to not be. I just thought, I'm like, you know, maybe you've been a little too sheltered. We need to expose you to some other movies because this is not. This should have been this is a fine car. That's like saying someone's like, oh, I thought a murderer drove like a Volkswagen Bug. It's like, this is if I saw this car, I would go, safe. That person will be able to help me.
You can't fit people in the car.
No, and you just know who drives the car. Like, not that she has to know that that's your car, but like, if you had to assign a car out of a lineup to like a group of people, I'm not assigning that car to someone who looks like they've done hard criminal time for a violent crime.
Yeah. It's too, like, a murder zippy. Car is, it has to blend in.
Yeah.
My car doesn't blend in.
No. It's like, it's zippy and it's cute. And it's like, hi, I'm here. I have arrived.
Right.
Which is like, you'd just be a really bad murderer.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be driving. You'd be in jail.
Right.
So it's really no
also,
transition.
You can't put people in it. Like, you can't put a dead body. It won't fit.
No, it won't. It would be in your back seat.
I don't have a back seat.
No, but like behind, like seat. You know what I mean? Like it would be like next to you. You would be
literally can't though. There's not a like. It's just a this. This is what the back is, like the wall.
I thought you had like under seat cover.
No. No, there's literally nowhere you could put a body in that car. You'd have to sit it in the front seat and make it try to look alive.
Hey, carpool lane. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, no, that's do carpool lanes still exist?
Yes.
We don't really have them.
They're everywhere.
Oh. I guess I'm only ever on driving on them by myself. Like, I don't know the last time I was on a carpool lane by myself, and I was like, damn, I can't get in the carpool lane.
The 405 has it, but the east side ones don't really have them.
No, I guess a couple. Now that I think about it,
10 do. But like, it's like after you've been. It's not like the area that's like right there downtown. But after you've been driving a little bit, it'll change into it. Yeah, but not like in the really
not in the city.
Yeah,
I guess that's what it is too. I think I remember the last time was on the west side, and I was like, fucking hell.
But 405 and the 10 have them the whole time.
5 has it for a bit too. I don't know which part. I mean, lots of parts, but well, carpool. Did you carpool to school as a kid?
No. I rode the bus, or my nanny picked me up. And then when
you had a nanny?
Yeah.
So, you want to be a marketer. It's easy. You just have to score a ton of leads and figure out a way to turn them all into customers. Plus, manage a dozen channels, write a million blogs, and launch 100 campaigns all at once. When that's done, simply make your socials go viral and bring in record profits. No sweat. Okay, fine. It's a lot of sweat. But with HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools, launching benchmark-breaking campaigns is easier than ever. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
Did you want your babysitters to be pretty when you were a kid?
Didn't care.
What?
No.
Oh, I like that was like, I'm like, no, my babysitter has to be like pretty and my babysitter has to be cool. And I remember like she was just like so pretty and cool. And like, I don't know if she was good at babysitting me, but I was like, you're so pretty and cool. So therefore, if you babysit me, I will be pretty and cool. Logic. How tall do you think Logic is?
Like the black rapper?
No comment. No comment. Does he say
5'6"? Yes. That's like his whole personality.
Like Sean King Black, or is he black?
Like he says the N-word all the time, and he's like, I can say it because I'm black.
It's like Machine Gun Kelly saying the N-word. What's that? I thought you were saying that it's like, fun fact.
That's like his whole personality. That's the only reason I even know who he is. I couldn't tell you a song by him, but I know him because of that.
When I tell you that this man I have thought was in Jackass, this man I thought was Andrew Tate, like this man is, he could be walking down the street and I would not know a thing. And then I found out
type in black
he was
with it.
Petite.
I think he's 5'4", 5'6", 5'4" to 5'6". Would be my guess.
We're just telling untruths. He's cited at 5'9".
Okay. That checks out for internet.
Well, the Big Sean is 5'8".
Yeah, I knew he was short.
No, but back to back, those boys are both 5'6". Lil Wayne is on record as 5'5".
Yes, he is a very small man.
Petite. I'm dying. You look up Lil Wayne height and it says 5'5", and then you scroll and there's one of the top results is Reddit. It goes, just found out that me and Lil Wayne are the same height, 5'3". And I go, I love when it's like, as a girl, I cannot believe that we're the same height. And I'm like, I love that just like a universal girl language is decoding Google heights and being like 2 inches shorter minimum. I do think though 5'5" being recorded as being 5'5", that to me, at 5'5" and lower, I would go, there is a chance that you are being truthful about your height. because everyone's going to assume you are shorter because everyone else lies. And so then you meet them and then you are taller. And so therefore you then look taller. But it's also high likelihood they're lying.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means. It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop early holiday deals now.
Guess what I did last night?
Oh my God. Tell us everything.
I went to see Janelle Monáe, and first of all, it was at the YouTube Theater, which is beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard wonderful things.
Like beautiful.
Like old schooly, like theater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also have food trucks like outside too.
I love that about LA.
Yeah. And they had this one food truck that had but it was inside, like you had, like they were like licensed to be there, like by YouTube, and it had a poutine truck, but they had like vegan cheese and stuff, but I got brisket poutine had
no wonder you were tired
this
morning.
Well, also because the day before I'd woken up at 6 and then didn't go to sleep till like,
and then you went to
2.
a concert, and then you had go to sleep food.
Yeah, so good. Like the parking to get in there is so easy.
What? That is never a review.
Like they've made it so
you've gone too far now. I don't believe
they've made
you.
it so that it's easy to get in and out. And I had I had paid for a parking pass at the thing. It was only like $20, I think. Something is
wrong here.
Like the ease to get in there and to get out, and it's not even a long
I literally
walk.
just looked. I'm like, do you still have your phone? Like I was like thinking of things that like might have gone wrong that you didn't realize.
No, like
wow,
it was so easy.
Damn. So they can just do that. They don't have to make these things. Wait, that's actually crazy, and I feel like we've been gaslit by everyone else.
And I haven't been to the SoFi Stadium yet. And it's right next to it. Like literally you can look over into it. So it's right next to it. And then also the Kia Arena, I forgot what it used to be called, is right next to it too. So they're all three right there together.
Well, I'll tell you that the SoFi Stadium is not easy to get out of.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're neighbors. They touch. You can look over. But I'm sure there's way more people for SoFi than
it's a lot. It's just
so you just think about all that parking that's there for SoFi, but you also have it for a much smaller theater.
Yeah.
So you can get in and out of there so fast. And now I'm just gonna look and see what's playing there because it's so nice. And everybody that worked there was so nice.
I
like the
love
vibes
that.
were great. There's no bad seat there because it's big, but the way that they've made it, it's great. I don't like great size. There's like a standing area, and I was like, why? Because you can't. I don't know why people want to stand. I mean, everybody was standing at the whole concert, but they were like in the pit area where you're like right there on the stage, but like you're close no matter where you are. But also like you don't have a seat for when you don't want to stand.
What if you have to crack your back? What do you like hold on to your neighbor and you're like, stay still so I can crack it? It's inappropriate.
Right. But they look like they were having a good time. I promise because they also have like a camera going everywhere, like in like even up like the aisles and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So then you're on the screen at some point.
Is it a YouTube partnership in the sense that like do they then post it on like an official channel, or do you think she was filming it for
I don't know.
Her own,
I have no clue, but probably I feel like YouTube probably has something where it's baked in.
Like Spotify does like Spotify sessions.
Yes,
that would make sense.
I bought some Dr. Scholl's shoes.
I've heard,
and I will never not wear them to a concert.
Did you get the little sneakers? Do you have them here
platform.
still?
Yeah, they're at the door. You'll see.
I don't know why I said here.
Your shoes are literally right next to them.
Okay, because I want to see, because I know that everyone was talking about them on TikTok, and then they sold out, so that no one was. Let me put them on my to-do list.
The one I didn't get the ones that everybody was talking about because those had like a little ankle. They were high tops.
Okay.
But these are low tops, but they're a platform. most comfortable shoes I've ever worn in my life. Like even when I would take a step, there was like a little spring to it.
I have one pair of slip-ons that I had a couple years ago, and they're just so fucking comfortable. Wish they would take their logo off some of them though.
They're not on there anymore. They're just on the
they
sole
knew.
part.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I don't care about soles.
Right. No, it's not on the shoe anymore. There's a little like I think it's an emoji or something, but it's a little metal. It looks high end.
It's not like Tom's where it was like, get that little blue logo off of my shoes.
No. Where's Tom's?
Where is do
they still have the store in Venice?
I don't know, but
with
also
the coffee shop.
Do you think Tom's and Tom from MySpace, like both of them are two Toms that we don't know where they are?
Yeah, I do know where MySpace Tom is.
Mendocino?
Well, not like he bought like a beach or something, just lives there.
Probably no. I'm gonna guess That's where you go if you have. That's Oprah. That's like where you go.
Know where Oprah and Ellen.
Stupid
and,
money. Meghan and Harry.
Yeah, and
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe. Yep, that's who I was thinking of.
I know him because he's hot.
His eyes are so kind.
Yeah, he was real hot when he was young.
Yeah,
he's still gorgeous.
Oh yeah. But this is the third time I've seen her. And she is phenomenal. Like, even though I've seen her several times and I listen to her albums all the time, she is her vocal stylings are so good. Like, she's so good and she's a performer. She can dance exceptionally well.
I didn't know she danced in her concert.
Oh, yes, baby. I'll show you some videos after.
Well, she's like classically trained vocalist, right?
I don't know.
That's my automatic go to her. If she's not, that's actually even far more impressive.
But she is like a performer, like top tier for performer, and really engages with her audience. She played a lot of her old stuff, which I appreciated, and she it was her last concert for this tour.
Oh,
and
wow.
So she did, I don't know if she's been doing this for all the tours, but she like left and came back 3 times. Like the show was over. And then she's like, nah, I'm back.
Miss me?
Yeah.
Wait, I love that.
Uh-huh. I just had a great ass time. Me and my cousin went. I was like, I don't know how we got on the subject of the podcast. I'm like, yeah, I talk about you all the time. It's like, I'm not going to tell you what context, but I do.
If I can remember, this is and then this is the apology that you didn't even know that you got. Mm-hmm. That's funny.
But yeah, we had a really good time. It was great. The vibes were great for the most part. Were great. Woman behind us was literally screaming the whole time as if she was having an orgasm, even during the opening acts. So I don't know. I think she may have been on something.
Or just troll. We had that at the Taylor Swift concert where someone was just screaming, and I was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, you might love this opener, but if this was me, I would think you're making fun of me. You need to stop this shenanigans and this yelling so loud, because it sounds like you're making fun of someone.
Yeah. The woman in front of us, I don't know if she just, came by herself or her friends bailed on her, but she then took up 3 seats because nobody else was there. That's why I'm thinking she had friends that didn't
that's
come.
So mean.
I know, but she was loving the show so much so that I would think it was her show. She was filming herself.
No,
the whole time.
Flash on.
Had a little mini fan that she had on herself. It wasn't hot in there, but because she was putting on a whole performance for her Instagram, I don't know. She was hot and had her fan on.
Giving Beyonce hair.
She was having a good time. She just kept moving between the 3 seats, and sometimes I couldn't get a full view because of the show she was putting on for her Instagram.
But then the Instagram guy will show you. I'm sure you were
I
right
am
there.
all in that Instagram.
And you're just like looking at the camera, like,
yeah, ma'am,
can you scooch a little? Mm-hmm. Was she tall?
She was taller than me.
Ugh, that's annoying.
Yeah, but
wow. When I tell you that is almost minus the child who was next to her father, who was like causing permanent vocal damage to try and get Taylor Swift's attention. We had the people in front of us flash on, selfie filming themselves. Like, and it wasn't to the point where I was like, this is like so obnoxious. Like I was like, I would prefer you didn't, but like this really is not affecting me. It's not happening that much. And then the person behind screaming during the opening, like that was almost my like exact circumstance and seat of that.
Yeah, but it's a great concert.
I love
Phenomenal.
that. What's the genre of this last album?
I would say like smooth, cool Afro beats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was just curious about dancing because I know she's had a couple of other, she didn't just do one album that was like relatively slower or more like, which one am I thinking? Maybe I'm thinking of a couple of songs that are not on the same album. I probably am.
Because like one of her albums, it has more like a 50s flair to it, and then another one's like rock. Like it's
fast.
not like slow.
I guess in my mind, the 50s one would be slower, but it's not all slow.
There's a few songs that are slow, but I wouldn't say like
the album as itself is. She gets to dance for all of it. Wow. So she moved to New York to study at AMDA, but she's like a child prodigy. They're not saying that, but she is based on.
You can tell.
She was raised Baptist and learned to sing at a local church. But this is not, she to me does not give like church origin level talent of singing. Like she gives to me like, what is the Mensa scholar of like talent? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when someone is so incredibly gifted and talented in music at a young age where it's like, it cannot be taught. It's not just like your environment. Like she has that aspect to her.
She's just good. Like,
no, she's an artist. Like she's phenomenal. Yeah, she began writing musicals, a Young Playwrights Roundtable as a teenager, and one musical completed when she was around the age of 12 was inspired by Stevie Wonder's album Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants. And that was like what she did with her group.
She has like influences 100%.
Wow.
It's one of my dad's favorite albums.
I would love if she wrote a musical. That would be so cool.
I can see that. That's 100%.
I mean,
feel like
I think she's probably already written.
Yeah.
Just decide like. Wow. Oh my God. She worked at
Gap.
She worked at Office Depot, but was fired for answering a fan's email using the company computer. An incident that inspired the song "Letting Go," which in turn attracted the attention of Big Boy. Damn. I would love a life movie of her too.
I took pics, but my whole tit's out, so I won't be posting them.
We could edit it. I mean, I can edit it. You don't have to edit it. I mean, this is cute.
It doesn't. If you edit it, then the pictures are. I think it takes away from the outfit. So
maybe do you have a red lip this color. I think they look nice on you, like an orangey one.
I do.
That's really pretty.
She's I feel like she just has like a perfect face too.
No, she's a very, very have you ever heard of like, I think I told you about this, essences of like when you break it down to like body types, but then they do essences and like you can have like I'm trying to remember. There's like I'm not even maybe not gonna remember, but I think it might be Kibbe too.
Yes, you did tell me about that.
Yeah, but there's one dramatic, gamine, natural, classic, romantic, ingenue, and angelic. And she is someone who I wish more people would reference in this because she has such a, like she knows, she dresses for her vibe, her energy, her career, her face, her body. Like she dresses for like it all like fits and makes like a lot of fucking sense. And I would probably be wrong, but I would say that she'd be like a mix between gamine and like ingenue in the sense, but then she plays against that and will wear like very dramatic like outfits with like big sharp things to like not be like, oh, playing up the innocence. But I'm like, you're just.
But then she also like
super
wears
genius.
Suits.
That's what I mean. Like then that's like a dramatic lines and that stuff. So it's like the contrast. It's.
She also did take her titty out too.
Love that.
Me too.
Just one?
Yeah. She was wearing a bodysuit and just went whoop.
Scoopy. Yeah.
And held it out for a sec and then put it back up. It was when in her song she says, "Get off my areola."
Oh, she was like, "Everybody, whip your titties out."
Mine were already out.
It's a call and response for that.
Yeah.
There's a clip of Boy Genius. I think it could have been at the Hollywood Bowl, but I'm not entirely sure where they were. And they all take their tops off and are just running around the stage, titties out. And like those videos are all over TikTok. And I was like, I have been removed in TikTok for wearing a bathing suit. I'm seeing nipple and areola, and running in movement. Maybe they captioned it like fake bodies or something. I always find it funny when people do that. I'm like, does that work? These bodies are fake. Well, did you play the songs you wanted to play?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Not all. I mean, like.
But did you have like a top couple that you wanted?
Yeah, the top few that I wanted. And then, like, her previous album, every song on there is like a banger for me. Even the album before that, too. Actually, I just like her music so much. Like.
I'm going to listen to her on the way back.
Yeah, you should. I'll tell you what you should listen to start.
I trust and believe you. You've got me listening. What was there's another
Franklin?
No, yes, but there was a I ended up on some sort of a TikTok of some, and Mom was like, "Is this like a religious song?" And I was like, "You'll understand the key difference here. This is a group of young Black kids singing this song. This is not this. I was like, this is what comes from Melissa showing me the. Is it worship? What's the no
praise and worship music?
Praise, but what was is that the category that he's under that
gospel.
You said gospel? You're like gospel, not worship music. And I was like, he's like, how's this in your algorithm? And I was like, no. I'm not getting this. It's very specific that Melissa's helped me curate, which is how I have Kirk Franklin. And I'm just like, no, just like waking up in the day. It's a good time. It's a good time. I'm like Renee Rapp in that clip as a child of God. Me. That is me.
All right. That's all I got to share. You got anything to share?
I mean, nothing. Well, we hope you all enjoyed this little chat on a Tuesday. And what will we do?
See you next Tuesday.
Wonderful. Goodbye.
To design the Lexus ES, all we had to do was listen. Your ears said exactly where to put the speakers. Your eyes told us where to put the available head-up display.
Hey, Lexus, find me an alternate route.
Even your right foot helped out. It let us know you'd enjoy a little more torque. Turns out, you had a lot to tell us. We certainly heard you. The Lexus ES, not just for you, by you. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go Network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.